Hello, my name is April Overly, and I'm also a landlord liaison for SHRA, and I will be presenting on the eRFTA or Request for Tenancy Approval portal. After you market your unit on affordablehousing.com and do your due diligence to make sure this is the tenant that you want to move forward with, what are your next steps? Next, once you've decided on a tenant that you would like to rent to, the first paperwork that we will require from our housing providers is the request for tenancy approval, also called the RFTA or RFTA. In the last year, we premiered our new RFTA portal, which has made the process of completing a RFTA intuitive and quicker for our housing providers. In the past, you may have been used to filling out the RFTA by filling out a yellow paper packet, but now we really encourage you to use the RFTA portal as it's much easier to use and cuts down on missing information and processing times. Next, some of the benefits of the eRFTA is that everything is legible. Staff no longer have to decipher handwriting. You cannot submit an incomplete RFTA. You no longer have to get a physical signature from the tenant, as it is now sent automatically via email to the tenant. As soon as the RFTA is submitted, it is automatically uploaded into our files and ready for processing. There's no question whether or not SHRA received it, and you'll be able to follow the progress on our dashboard, which I'll talk about later. Next, in order to fill out the RFTA, double check that you have the tenant's correct email. In order to fill out the RFTA completely, you will need the contact information and tax ID numbers for the owner, the agent, and the payee. Do make sure that those tax ID numbers match IRS and Social Security records. Next, you will also need the following documents: the lead disclosure, if applicable, and your property was built before 1978, the recorded grant deed or settlement statement, and if you have a property manager or authorized agent, you will want either the property management agreement, a letter signed by the owner authorizing the agent to represent the property, or a signed owner certification of authorized agent form. Next, the first thing you will want to do once you're on the site is go over here to the corner to register if it's your first time using the site. Next. Next, if you are returning to your RFTA portal, you can log in. Next, and then just press Get Started. Next. Here you will have the ability to start a new RFTA or view all of your RFTAs that are in progress on your dashboard. Next, when you start a new RFTA, you will enter the tenant code of the tenant. You will find this under the voucher number box on their voucher. The site will automatically check if they have a current voucher and are available to move in our system. Next, you will go through each of the questions and pages, filling out information for the owner of the property. Next, if you have a property manager or an authorized agent, you will fill out their information. You will also want to make sure you attach the authorized agent document or property management agreement at the end of the RFTA. If you do not have a property manager or authorized agent, that you or anyone that you would like to be able to communicate with SHRA about your properties, you can skip this section. Next. And then you will fill out information for the payee who will be receiving the checks. Make sure this information matches the W-9 section and IRS records. If it is the same as the owner or the agent, you can check the according box at the top of the information or at the top, and the information will automatically populate. Next. On questions that can be a little confusing in HUD's wording, there will be either guidance that pops up or definitions on the page to help you correctly answer, as you can see over here in the blue. Next, you will be prompted to go through each of these tabs, entering information about the amenities, the information about the property, and who is responsible for paying the bill for each of the different utilities. This information will be used to conduct the rent reasonable analysis. Next, we will have you verify that there's no conflict of interest and certify that you are not charging more to SHRA HCV clients than you are for other tenants, and that you are completing any EPA-led disclosure requirements. Next, this page will have questions on whether the unit is ready for inspection. You can check our housing quality standards inspection checklist to make sure your unit meets all of our requirements. The inspection will take place after the RFTA has been approved. Next. Once you have completed all of the questions, you will electronically sign the RFTA, and it will automatically be sent to the tenant's email with just the basic information about the unit being offered. On this page, though, before you submit, you will want to make sure that you are uploading information about your grant deed and your any property management agreement or authorized agent form. Next, on this page, you will electronically sign the RFTA, and it will automatically be sent to the tenant's email with just the basic information about the unit being offered. Do make sure that the information that you put on here for the tenant's email is correct. Next. The tenant will not be able to see any of the protected information like tax ID numbers. Once the tenant electronically signs the RFTA, it will be automatically uploaded into our system to be ready for processing. The process takes the average housing provider about 20 minutes to fill out the RFTA. 70% of our landlords are now completing the e-RFTA. Next. One of our newest features on the portal is the ability to track the progress of the RFTA through the application status, SHRA RFTA processing, and the inspection. You will be able to see this information on your dashboard in the RFTA portal. Our processing times have been going down because of this process. We will check during processing that the unit is both affordable and rent reasonable for the family, an eligible type of housing, verify ownership and ensure that there are no conflict of interest, and ensure that the unit meets HQS housing quality standards when we send it over to inspections. Next. While the online RFTA is made to be easy to use, If you feel that you need a little more guidance on the process or a refresher, you can find a video guide and more information on the process here on the homepage of the RFTA portal at rfta.shra.org. I appreciate you taking the time to learn more about this process, and I'm here to support you if you have questions. Landlords are the backbone of our program, and we cannot be successful in housing families in our community without you. We also want the program to be mutually beneficial, giving you steady income and providing our participants with safe, affordable places to call home.